The last episode of The Last Word before Christmas, and the festive feeling is undeniable. Ho, 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 you beautiful people. Like the video, comment the last word for the game you were at this weekend, and let's go again. The last word. The longest away journey in the league, we never seem to win there, and it's not exactly the warmest fixture to be going to in terms of location. Cheers SPFL for sorting us out with Inverness away, the fixture before Christmas. Let's not beat around the bush though. We were absolutely garbage. Our away form is simply shocking. We've only had 2 wins away from home all season in the league, and one of them I missed away to Ayr just a few weeks ago. It needs addressed because yesterday just was nowhere near good enough. Last word, cakewalk. For Inverness, obviously. When the game starts and that happens to you within the first 5 minutes, and then within 10 minutes you're 2-0 down, well, the game's pretty much gone at that point, innit? Rangers are now the only team left in the SPFL with an unbeaten away record on league duty. And that one this weekend was just a very easy one. Last word, one-sided. As I'm starting to believe it. I'm actually starting to believe it, folks. Hearts could actually get relegated. How? I'm still baffled by that one personally, because I always see that squad as just not being relegation fodder. But that's the way it's turning out, and as I said, just baffles me. The facts are right there in front of us. 3 points adrift from safety in the Scottish Premiership, no new manager bounce, an underperforming squad, and staring relegation square in the face. Last word, real possibility. However, there's always 2 sides to every story, and that result for Hamilton against Hearts yesterday, getting the 3 points, was desperately needed. When you look at 6-pointer games, Hamilton v Hearts this weekend, you couldn't have got much bigger. I wouldn't have touched the game with a barge pole personally in terms of predicting it, because I just thought it was too hard to call, because both teams just aren't really that good. But Hamilton have got exactly what they wanted from the game, and for that, last word, well done. With Aberdeen playing away at Celtic Park, this was Motherwell's chance to overtake Aberdeen and go into third with 3 points away at Kilmarnock. And to add to that, Motherwell's opponents, as I said, Kilmarnock, had just obviously parted company with Angelo Alessio. Now, you could say they might have taken a bounce from getting rid of Alessio, but there was a good few things mounting in Motherwell's favour here. The incentive to go into third, and Kilmarnock not having a manager in place. However, they did still have to go out and win the game of football, and do that they did. Last word, took advantage. A 4-3 win over Dunfermline last weekend, and a 1-0 win away at Partick Thistle this time round means that Dundee are now on a wee bit of form. Going to Partick Thistle's not been exactly the hardest task this season so far, but as I always say, you do need to go out there and get the job done regardless. Dundee have done that, and as I said, they've hit a wee bit of form, and that's them now got 2 straight wins on the bounce. That's going to give them a bit of confidence going into the Dundee derby, so we'll wait and see how that one turns out on Friday. But this weekend though, last word, back to back. It's time for the Morton section of the video, so here he is once again, Chris's Morton TV.
Today, Morton have beaten Alloa 2-0 thanks to Nicky Carden and Jack Baird with the goals, and this is the first away win in the league of the season, and I'm actually delighted that we got the win. Well, my last word of the game today is hallelujah.
What a guy. What a guy. Alloa Athletic are now the first team to drop any points to Morton when being the home team in the Scottish Championship this season. That can be a good feeling. And it'll be an even worse feeling when they look at the league table going into Christmas. 4 points adrift from safety, and the squad just isn't performing the way it once did. Santa Claus definitely could have given better gifts this Christmas time. It just doesn't seem to have hit any heights under Peter Grant so far at Alloa. Will it ever? Last word, not a pretty sight. The last game of 2019 sees the Wasps come to East End Park to face Dunfermline next weekend. Alan Troughton, leave us alone. The team who knocked out Dunfermline from the Scottish Cup this season just over a month ago now seem dead and buried in Scottish League One. They went into yesterday's game against second bottom Forfar needing 3 points to start clawing back any sort of points gap. Full time score, Stranraer 2, Forfar 4. The gap is now 8 points, and to me that only seems to be going one way. Last word, going down. Here is the Scottish League One top 4 table as it stands right now. Falkirk picked up a late win against Montrose and East Fife defeated Peterhead, whilst Airdrieonians lost 3-1 to Clyde and Wraith Rovers lost 2-0 at home to Dumbarton. The latter two results are absolutely terrible for the two teams involved, but Falkirk and East Fife will welcome them with open arms as it brings them right back into the mix. The last game of the month sees all these teams take on each other, and that will be a very important weekend for all involved. Last word, down to the wire. As you all know, Brechin have been sort of pulling it back in the last few weeks, picking up points here and there and seeming like they could actually stave off relegation worries. They would have been hoping this weekend that Annan could beat Albion Rovers and Brechin themselves could have picked up 3 points. None of that happened though, meaning they now go into a game next weekend against Albion Rovers really needing 3 points. Win and they'll be over the moon. Lose and well, it'll feel a bit like deja vu from this weekend. Last word, awful turnout. And that's it for this video guys, cheers for watching. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like, comment down below your last word for the game you were at this weekend, and subscribe for more of this type of content. And until the next video, I'll see you then. Cheers guys.